Every week there is a new AI tool, new startup, new demo, new promise. If you follow tech on the internet, it can quickly feel overwhelming. People are constantly saying, you have to try this tool, this changes everything, this will replace your workflow. But after a while, you realize something. You cannot try everything, and honestly, you don't need to. So today, I want to show you something simple. The 4 AI tools I actually use every day. Just real tools that fit my workflow. And one of them completely changed how I write code. What I like about this setup is that each tool has a very specific role. One for thinking, one for coding, one for deeply analysis, and one for understanding documents. Let's start with the first one. The first tool I use constantly is ChatGPT. For me, ChatGPT is basically a thinking partner. When I need to clarify an idea, explore a concept, structure a problem, this is usually where I start. Let me show you a simple example. What I like here is that ChatGPT can quickly structure a specific topic. It gives you a starting point instead of staring at a blank page. So for me, this is usually where ideas start. But when things get more complex, I often move to another tool. The second tool I use a lot is Claude. Claude is extremely good when you need deep reasoning or long context. This is where it really shines. Let me show you. Here, I give Claude a long document, around 12,000 characters, and ask to identify the main ideas and arguments. So for me, ChatGPT thinking partner and Claude for deep analysis. But at some point, ideas have to become real software, and for that, I use a specific tool. If you are a developer, this tool is probably the most interesting. It's called Cursor. Cursor is basically a code editor built around AI. This is where I actually write and modify code. And inside Cursor, I often use Claude Code, which is very good at understanding large code bases. Here, I ask Cursor to generate a simple email validator. What I like about Cursor is that AI is directly integrated inside the coding environment. So instead of switching between tools, everything happens directly inside the editor. It feels more like collaborating with the AI while coding. But the last tool I want to show you is quite different. It's more about understanding information. The fourth tool I use is NotebookLM. This one is very interesting, and the idea is simple. You give it documents or sources, and the AI becomes specialized in that material. Let me show you an example. Here, I give NotebookLM several sources about the same topic. One from a long text, one from a website, and one from a YouTube video. Instead of reading or watching everything myself, I can ask the AI to identify the key ideas across the sources. NotebookLM is great when you are researching a topic, studying something new, analyzing multiple sources. Instead of reading everything manually, you can interact with the knowledge. One thing I've realized with AI tools is this. The internet constantly pushes us to try more tools, but in reality, the most effective approach is often the opposite. Find a small stack that works for you and learn it well, integrate it into your workflow. For me right now, those 4 tools cover most of what I need. ChatGPT for thinking, Claude for deep analysis, Cursor for coding and NotebookLM for research. Now, of course, this is my stack. As a technical person, if you are a designer, a writer, or working in business, your stack might be a little bit different. But the real idea is the same. You don't need 20 tools. You just need a few tools that work well together. Clarity with AI tools is not only about which tools you use, but also how you use them responsibly. Before using AI tools, there is also something important to keep in mind. Be careful with the data you share. Many AI tools process the information you send to them, and sometimes that data can be used to improve the models. So, if you work with sensitive information, company data or private documents, make sure you understand how the tool handles your data. Most platforms explain this in their privacy or data usage settings, and some allow you to disable data sharing for training. It's a small step, but it's an important habit when working with AI. Now I'm curious, what AI tools do you actually use every day? Not the ones you tried once, the ones that are really part of your workflow. Let me know in the comments, and if you are also trying to navigate the chaos of the AI world with a little bit more clarity, you can subscribe.